Hey guys, and welcome back to what is another top 5 list right here on TetraBitGaming. So it's been about a week into the Switch's launch, and in a sea of reports of problems people are having with the Switch, in this video I will be going over what I think are the 5 best things about the Switch so far. I'm planning to release this video along with what I believe are the 5 worst things about the Switch as well, so if you'd like to see that, please be sure to check it out right after this. It's actually been like, 4 months since my last top list video, so I thought I'd make up for it with a double this week. And before I start, just a few things to consider. Keep in mind that this is my own subjective opinion, so of course there are other good things about the Switch, but they just might not make it to my list right now. On the same token, I am only considering what is available on the console as of the making of this video. I've never really made a review video on this channel, and I guess this is kind of going in that direction as a mini review of sorts, so if you do enjoy the style in the video and would like to support the channel and hear more of my opinions in the future, please be sure to slap a like down below, it seriously helps me out a lot. And also let me know in the comments what you think of the Switch so far. And with all of that said, here we go, my list of the 5 best things about the Nintendo Switch. Starting off this list at the number 5 spot is the Switch's modular design. Nintendo is no stranger to allowing players to use a variety of controller options, and the Nintendo Switch continues this trend. The sort of main controllers this time around are the Joy-Con controllers, which can be detached or attached to the main unit. The versatility of these Joy-Cons is really awesome. You can use them detached from the console and playing on a TV or in tabletop mode, or you can stick them into a Joy-Con grip for a more traditional controller feel. You can also use a single Joy-Con sideways for more simplistic games requiring less buttons, or to play multiplayer games with a friend. I'm also certain that Nintendo will develop more peripherals to attach the Joy-Cons to, like the racing wheel attachment that they have already shown off for Mario Kart 8. The modular design of the Switch lets players play in the configuration they want, and it really opens the door for many possibilities. I'll have to admit, when the Switch was first shown off a few months ago, when I saw the Joy-Cons in the Joy-Con grip, I was immediately skeptical about how comfortable they would be to use. I'm pleased to say that I was proven wrong. Although the Joy-Cons are pretty small and light, they still sit well in my hands when I use them. I also thought the controllers in the grip accessory looked like the controller would be too narrow and uncomfortable, but surprisingly enough, it too feels pretty good. Holding a single Joy-Con sideways, however, does feel a little bit awkward for me, with either the control stick or the directional buttons being right in the middle, as opposed to being on either side of the controller. Using the Joy-Cons attached to the Switch feels really similar to using the Wii U, except now it feels lighter and slightly more comfortable than before. The buttons feel good to press as always, and their placement is just as good as you'd expect. And coming up at number 3 on this list is just how fast the Switch performs. Pretty much anything from booting up the console to going to the home menu from a game, the speed of this console really blows me away. I honestly wasn't expecting more than what was seen on the Wii U in terms of speed. I remember it would sometimes take a few seconds to access the main menu from playing a game, or even up to a few minutes at times to launch an application like Miiverse for whatever reason. This is no longer the case, as the Nintendo Switch can zip around between apps much faster. I feel like this console also caters greatly to those that have less than maybe an hour of playtime in one sitting. Within seconds after powering on the console, you will be right back to where you left off last play session, regardless of whether you saved or not, and I gotta say that is definitely one of my favorite features so far. The Nintendo Switch definitely feels like a quality product, and I mean it should, considering it costs $400 dues up here. I've seen and read a few reviews that throw shade on the Wii U by comparing its gamepad quality to that of a children's toy. While I don't agree with them to that extent, the Nintendo Switch definitely feels like a higher quality product than the Wii U gamepad. Although the screen dimensions are really close, if not the same, this time the screen has a much higher quality capacitive multi-touch screen. This is much better than the cheaper resistive touchscreens Nintendo has been using up until now. While at first I thought 720p was pretty low for a screen, considering even my phone has a 1440p screen, after considering pricing and the size of the screen actually looks pretty good when playing a game like Breath of the Wild. Overall, the build quality is great, and I'd expect nothing less from my boys at Ninty. And coming in at the number 1 spot is undeniably one of the biggest selling points of the Nintendo Switch, its portability. While this was sort of a selling point for the Wii U as well, that you could take your gamepad with you away from the screen, the gamepad was still tethered to the main console, which meant that if you wanted to take it more than like 10 meters away, you would need to bring the entire console with you and find another plug-in. The Nintendo Switch, however, is completely portable and you can take it to go anywhere, be it an airplane or at school. The fact that I can play a fully fledged console-tier Legend of Zelda game on the toilet still baffles me. The console itself, even with the Joy-Cons attached, was also able to fit into my jeans pocket. I mean, it wasn't super comfortable, but worst case, if I needed to put it somewhere, it still fits. I seriously cannot wait until more local multiplayer games come out like Mario Kart or Smash Bros. And be able to play them with my friends wherever I go. And there you have it guys, my list of what I think are the 5 best things about the new Nintendo Switch. Do you agree with my list? What are some other things about the Switch that you think are awesome? Let me know down in the comment section below. And again, if you would like to check out my 5 least favorite things about the Switch, be sure to click on the card right here or on the end card. If you guys want to stay up to date with me and my channel, don't forget to subscribe as well as follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for more opinions and behind the scenes stuff. Links to all of those will be in the description below. And as always, my dudes, thank you all so much for watching today and for all of your amazing support, and I will see you in a bit.